Hello, I hope you're all doing well today. The light, I will let you know, is coming in and out fast and furious because I'm right in front of the window and the clouds are just like big cloud, no cloud, big cloud, no cloud. So this is going to be really entertaining. All of my shades and shadows as we do this. Anyways, so I have a little haul of vintage trims that I had ordered actually exactly the same time as I put in those bids for my last video when I won all of those vintage patterns on eBay. And this was something that I got actually on Poshmark because, you know, when you're looking for vintage stuff, you have to look everywhere. You have to look locally. You have to, excuse me, sir, can you get down? Get down. Just an opportunist. Yeah, you have to look everywhere. In my opinion, you have to look everywhere for stuff. So this happened to come up as I was actually looking for something totally unrelated, and I just cracked open the box, but I haven't actually taken anything out. But it already looks like, just from peeking inside there, that it's gonna be really good. Stuff that for years and years I kind of would have passed by. I was more going in a different direction, more like the very delicate antique lace. And I do still absolutely love antique lace. Oh my gosh, it's like, I could honestly just stare at some of the beauty of antique lace just for hours. And sometimes I even do. I go through my collection and I just look at it and admire it. But a lot of it, I'm just not in the place yet that I can just freely use it. So anyway, I thought that I would share what I got. It's probably going to be a short video, but considering how many top patterns that I got in that vintage haul and how many of them I was super excited to get, I just thought the timing was just perfect. Because if you're looking at these kind of ruffles, yes, you can do those, you know, those self fabric ruffles, of course, but how cool would it be to use some of these trims? And again, all those little ruffles from that, you know, late 70s, 80s time period. Some of these little vintage trims could just be perfect. This one I'm definitely going to make very soon. I have a couple of fabrics I'm actually going to use to make some of these. These I would rather wear something like this that you just throw on rather than a t-shirt, in my personal opinion. And you're still super comfortable. Anyways, let's get to the trims. So the first one that we'll clear up the corners first. We've got a little bundle here. We've got this cotton. It's a very kind of country. That would be really cute on a denim shirt. I'm going to try not to say cute all the time. I know I was in cute overload in that last video, but that would be really nice, like on a chambray or denim shirt. This is really nice. That would also be nice actually with denim. It's also like a cotton ruffle. Okay, there's quite a few yards there, so we're off to a good start. We got one more. Oh, that's really sweet. I haven't seen anyone like that before. I really like that. There's only a little bit, but that would be perfect for like just a yoke of a ruffle. That would be perfect. What else do we have? Oh, we got another little, ooh, I wonder if that was intentional or if something bled on it, maybe from a different trim. It kind of looks like it's intentional. Ooh, that's really neat. Get a little bit of dirt on it. They're all going to have to be washed. I did notice when I opened this box that it was kind of dusty. So everything, as soon as I do this haul, I'm going to have to take it all off of the ones that are on the bolts and give them a good soak so I can store them. I don't want to put dirty stuff in with my other clean stuff. So that's a nice bolt. 3 different kinds of trims. I really like this one. Yeah, this is very much like an 80s color. I know my mom had a lot of stuff in the 80s that was that mauvey color. That was like a big thing. but those are nice. I also like the little tiny, would you call it a picot edge? I really like that as well. That's nice. So not a lot on these to do necessarily like a whole skirt or anything, but very nice to do like shirts, the yoke of a shirt or the cuffs. Yeah, this is going to be really nice. Ooh, that's a nice one. I like that. Very nice. So far, I'm very pleased. This was, I'm not sure if it was around $15 for this whole thing. And ship, you know, including the shipping. So I think this was really good. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. That would be really nice to even make like a little slip and put this along the edges, you know, to wear under a skirt just peeking out. Ooh, really nice. I love vintage eyelet. What is this? Like a peach? That looks like one of those little value packages that you get at, is it Walmart? I haven't gone to the fabric department in Walmart for years. So that's nice. And we got a variety on this one. Let's come off. This one came off this spool. Got a little light blue. We got a little pink, very girly, kind of satiny, pleated number. Got some yellow. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but we'll see. Wow, that's a bright colored peach. I don't know about that one. I do like the cream and I do like the white. Those I'll definitely use. But I also am going to start, well, I am in the process actually of starting to make lingerie, so to speak, more like, you know, slips and camisoles and bras and panties, like useful but pretty, because I'm so seriously tired of ugly, boring, or you find really nice things and literally 4 or 5 washes in there just in shreds. And I'm kind of over that. So I've been trying to make my own. We got like an empty one. I always like the information on these to try to figure out where things came from. Okay, we got a little, there is a little bit of dust and bits of who knows what in here. I'm gonna have to throw this box out as soon as I take all this out. I don't want any moth eggs or anything like that. This must have come on someone's attic. That's nice. That navy is nice. The green is questionable. The blue has a good possibility to be used. Oh, that's a cute bundle. I like that. Very nice. 3 different kinds. And then we have 2 different ones on here. That lovely mauve. Definitely gonna have to wash that. Oh, that's a very nice cotton eyelet. Already pre-ruffled. Great for the hem of a skirt. The red, now that is intense. Oh, there's a lot of this. That's nice. That I definitely could use in a skirt. I actually have a black corduroy that I'm going to be making a nice kind of prairie skirt. That would be really nice. A few layers of that at the bottom. And that nice mauvey color. I like that. Get a little random bit of that. Ooh, I see one that I really like. Wow. That's a super crunchy one. I don't know. I'm gonna keep that one. That might go in the donate. It looks like 2 different ones. The same, very crunchy. Ugh, I don't know about that. I think that's more like craft lace. That's very nice, very soft. Nice vintage trim. You get little bits. See, these are good for like lingerie making. You just need a little bit of something. Ooh, very little bit of that, but probably enough to do like the yoke of something. Oh, this I like the most. I had seen this actually in the listing preview. I love the little hearts. Ooh, and the little gold. Very, very nice. I love that. This stuff is so hard to find nowadays. We get a little bit of pink. And then we've got some white and another white. Oh, this one has, oh wow, snazzaroo. It's got some fake pearls on it. Oh, that's seriously 80s. And I got a peach pearls and then some pink. I would say overall, that box is disgusting. There's like leaves and stuff in there. I bet that was in an attic or maybe a basement. But I would say I did really well. That's a lot of trim that I'm going to have to be washing right away. I'm excited to get to some of these patterns, especially now that I have those really nice trim. Look at that. See that? You could use a bit of that lace, and you don't really need much to go around the collar and right down that diagonal opening. Or yeah, right around here. Or if I did make a red one, that would be nice with that red and white heart trim around there and around the neck and the cuffs. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me share that. I am going to be filming a little video shortly to update on my Vintage Vember project, and I'm really excited to share that, the progress so far. What else? I'm in the middle of no less than 5 other projects that I have to get done, and doing stuff around the house. And what else?
Are you in the dirty box? Are you in that dirty box? You're going to need a bath after that.
Hello. I thought I would also share my review for this pattern, the McCall's 4182, just because I know everybody's going to be wanting to make these. Oh, sure. So I had done a short on this that, yeah, I got a little carried away at all of the nonsense of just knowing that I had just made a pair of onesie cat pajamas out of flannel. So, oh gosh, I cannot go and look at that again. But I ended up making this version. I did not make the one with the feet. Oh darn, for maximum sexiness. But I had made it without the feet because I actually didn't have enough fabric. I only have little scraps left. So, and they have a little ankle ruffle on there, and I also didn't do that. I did do the wrist ruffles. And also, I did not realize until after I started cutting this out, because it looks like there's just a back waistband that kind of shifts, cinches it in. And I thought, oh, that's nice. You know, you get at least a little bit of shaping in these unbelievably ridiculous pajamas. But I didn't realize what they actually wanted you to do was that's a drop bottom, like one of those old-fashioned men's union suits that, you know, enable you to take care of business, I guess, in the days of outhouses, or I guess, I don't know, do they still use those today, like when people go camping? I don't know. But I was like, I draw the line on that. Already my fabric is ridiculous cat fabric that I thrifted a while back. I had no idea what I was going to use it for, but I knew since it was, you know, over 4 yards, I said, this surely is going to end up being pajamas at some point. And it was. I actually didn't have enough to do both sides of the collar, so I used this other really pretty vintage flannel for the underneath, because no one's really going to see that. And I finished the inside with a bias tape. Let's see what else. I also, as you will probably see in that unbelievable video, me going cuckoo, is that I thought, look, you're already doing cat pajamas, you're already doing a giant onesie, and you're already doing, yeah, so you might as well make it actually even more ridiculous and use the baby onesie tape to snap it up. Oh, wow. So I did actually do the finish here on the placket. Where is it? Here. I did finish that very nicely. I was pretty proud of that, you know, bottom of the placket. However, I had thought I was just too smart as I was doing these and sewing late at night, which you really shouldn't do when you're tired, especially for a new pattern, is that I didn't cut where the leg crotch comes in. I didn't make that cut before I made the placket and folded the inside there, and then I had to do it after, and that made a nice gaping hole right here. So it's like, okay, at this point, I'm not going to quit. So I just took one of the cat faces and made a little patch, and from far away, you cannot even see it. So, you know, the show has to go on. I did, however, because I had already cut out the pieces before I figured out, you know, typical me and my chaotic sewing, I just kind of ram into a pattern and don't take a lot of time sometimes to realize all the particulars, but I had cut out the separate back. He's like peeking over here and coming through the chair. What are you doing? Sorry, my silly cat. So it is actually a separate piece of the top part of the back. Let's see if I can show you. So that's the back. And because they want you to do a drop crotch, which I was not, or drop bottom, which I was not going to do, but I had already cut it out. So rather than do it together, I just thought that actually might be kind of comfortable to just, because this goes inside long enough that it doesn't come out when you're wearing them. And so I just thought, like, you know, when you're sleeping, I remember when I was little and I used to wear these onesie pajamas, a lot of times you get that stress where you're kind of, you know, caught up in the blankets and stuff, and then right around the crotch area you'd end up getting a split, and right in the lower back I would end up getting a split. So I thought, actually, this might take a little bit of stress off if I just left it like that, and just, you know, it tucks in and it stays there because you have this elastic waist. So other than that, I finished the edges of the sleeves and the edges of the bottom with a vintage lace trim that I had. And I used a vintage brown rickrack that I had, only enough just to do that. So other than that, I do love them. They are super comfortable. However, I am almost 5'10". And again, I should have read the finished back waist length, the finished length from back of regular neckline. I should have read that. But they fit perfectly, other than the fact that when you unsnap the whole front and you put your legs in, when you go to pull it up over your shoulders, you have to do this kind of like origami, like getting yourself into it, just to get the shoulders up over my shoulders. And then you're fine. But you do have to finagle yourself into it. So not like I can fathom that I would ever make these again, but just in case, you also might want to make some cat pajamas or pajamas of your own fabric desire. I just thought I would let you know that I probably should have made it would have to be the front piece. I would have to make it a little bit longer so that I would have been able to slip into it easier. So I just thought I would add that because, you know, sewing patterns are made in a very general way. They're made for a general sizing that they put, and every one of us has particulars to our bodies. Every one of us has weight distributed different. Every one of us has, you know, either narrower shoulders, wider shoulders, longer arms, shorter arms, higher waist, lower waist. So there is a lot of fitting issues that not every pattern we can just pick it off, you know, the counter and just expect it's going to fit perfectly. There's almost always, even with a pajama pattern, there's almost always some sort of thing that we can either learn about fit or adjust to make it fit better. So I just wanted to add that. It's not like this is something everybody's going to make, but it did make me think. So this pattern is from 1974, printed in the USA. I think overall it went together super easy. It was very fun to make. I made it in just a couple of hours. Again, late at night, I couldn't sleep, and then there you go. That's what I end up doing when I can't sleep. So I just wanted to add that onto this little haul, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. Bye.